Since Miranda's home from the hospital and she's adamant that you live with her, I'm going to stay in the basement until I feel like things are good here. You know, before my name was on divorce papers with your daughter, I'm pretty sure somewhere in this house, my name is still on a marriage certificate. But I'm assuming you don't trust me, right? Before her amnesia, she hated you and you were a scumbag, and I still think you're a scumbag. We are lying to her about where the father of that baby is. So yeah, I'm going to stay here to make sure my daughter's okay. You know, I think what you really should be worrying about is whether or not her other baby daddy's gonna come back to this house. I mean, that's what I'm worried about. You have my word that I'm not gonna hurt your daughter in any way. I've told you a million times. It's a second chance for me. It's a new lease on life. I don't get this every day and I'm not gonna drop it. We will know when Brian is on his way here, if he ever comes back. Yeah? How so? That's because right after he took down all the nanny cams, I started to track his phone. And it's still active. It's at his uncle's house while he's at basic training, but if he's ever on the move, I'll know. Tracking his phone? I don't even know how you were able to do that. But doing something like that, it's almost just as bad as me in many ways. Maybe I am just as bad as you in certain ways, but it's only to protect my daughter. And while you live here, I'm gonna be watching you. Alright, well, you can stay. I don't have a choice, but obviously stay here, watch me, whatever you need to do. But I have a question. Didn't Miranda have like a nanny or something that was supposed to be watching the kids? Yeah. But I told her her services were not needed until after I feel comfortable enough to leave. And we also have to see if Miranda wants to continue to pay for a nanny. I'll be in the basement. Miranda still has amnesia, and me and her mom are not telling her that she has a whole other baby daddy. So as of right now, she thinks that I'm the father of Charlotte. Joey, before you berate me and tell me I'm unethical or whatever, like in the hospital, she assumed that I was the dad of Charlotte, and we never corrected her. And they tell us with the amnesia stuff, you shouldn't bombard people with information like that. And I just think, why bring her down? Why tell her that she, the father of the baby isn't who it is and that he abandoned her and went to the military? Like, why can't we just protect her a little? It doesn't matter though, Joey. You can't hide something like that from her. It's just wrong. I don't care how you spin it. Gabby, right now she don't remember anything I did to her, really. And her life is pretty good. She has a daughter. She's happy. Miranda's happy for once in her life. Why can't we just let her be happy for a bit? I don't understand why you're sitting down and telling me all this, though. Like, what do I have to do with any of this? I'm telling you because you're like her best friend, and I know that you would feel obligated to tell her something like this, and I'm asking you as your brother. Please don't tell her. Well, sorry, I do feel like I'm obligated to tell her. I feel like this is something that she would never forgive me for keeping from her. Can you just wait though? If you have to tell her, can you just wait a bit until she's adjusted in her life? Let's settle in. Let me prove myself that I can be a good partner to her. Can you give me that? Can you let me prove that I can be like a good husband to her again? You're not her husband anymore. She divorced you. I hate saying that to my brother, but that's the truth. I know I'm not her husband anymore. I'm just saying, she's letting me live with her. Her memory hasn't come back yet. Let me prove to her I can be that man again. And then when the time is right, I told this to her mother. When the time is right, and we're all good, you can tell her. Tell her that Brian's the father of that baby. I don't think I'm budging on this. I can't keep a secret like that from her. I'm sorry. You make things so difficult for me, Gabby. How about this? Let's cut a deal. You did your paternity test, your DNA test, whatever it's called, and you're waiting for the results. How about this? If I'm not the dad, which I am the dad, but if I'm not, then go ahead. Tell her the truth. Tell her everything. But if I am the dad, then you wait. You wait until the time is right to tell her all this crap. Please, that's a fair thing. Just give me, as your brother, I've never asked you for anything. Just give me a chance to prove myself with Miranda again. No. You can't, I feel like you're taking advantage of her by her memory loss. Like, this isn't right. She always fought with Mom. She always made me choose sides. Our marriage was kind of hard at times, okay? But I think I see a little bit clearly now. I know who to side with. I love Miranda. And yes, I cheated on her. Yes, I abandoned her one time. Yes, I did some heinous crap after she divorced me because I missed her and I wanted her back. But now, like, I have a chance to redeem myself and you're not even letting me do it. Just let me do it. Just let's have our deal and give me a chance. Fine. But when those DNA test results come in and if you're not the dad, I'm telling her immediately. Not only that you're not the dad of Junior, but you're not the dad of Charlotte. And if you happen to be the dad, congrats. But your time will be limited with this fantasy world that you have with Miranda. It's not gonna last. Hey, yo, baby. Just to celebrate you being home from the hospital, and I know you still have amnesia, but the fact that we're together under one roof, got you that Midnight Sun book that you wanted from the woman that wrote Twilight. Oh wow, thank you. You know, so many things I can't remember, but I can remember wanting that. Yeah, of course. Just want you to be happy. How you feeling being home? You know, taking care of 2 kids and stuff. Sore, hard to get around, but taking care of her, taking care of Junior. I don't know. Takes my mind off the pain. I'm more scared to call my job and figure out how to navigate that situation when I don't remember a thing. Feels really good to see Junior playing and not have a supervisor watch me do it, because we had supervised visits. It was terrible. It went that far in our custody stuff that we had supervised visits for you? Yeah, but we don't need to talk about none of that. That was a dark time. I do want to bring something up about, like, our sleeping arrangements. Okay, what about them? We were divorced and we went through a custody battle and supervised visits, and it got ugly at times. So I don't feel morally right sleeping in the same bed with you right now. I think we need to work our way into that, because your mom's in the basement and you have amnesia, and I don't want anyone to like point a finger at me that I'm taking advantage of you. Oh. I appreciate you feel that way. It's comforting, I guess. But I don't want to, like, sleep alone. I know, but I have a lot of enemies. A lot of people that want to see me fail, and they're just looking to say, like, oh, see? He still is a scumbag. I don't need that, okay? I need to be able to sleep at night and feel like I'm doing the right thing. So, just for now. Just until, like, I don't know. Was our situation that bad? Was it that ugly that you feel uncomfortable to, like, share a bed, and, like, you think I'd be that disgusted, or I don't know. Yeah, it was so bad that, like, I look at my watch all the time just worried that you're gonna suddenly remember everything and kick me out. And I don't want that to happen, so I'm doing my best to be on my best behavior so that if you do start remembering stuff, you'll still want me to be here. Can I ask you something, though? Yeah, you can ask me anything. The only real red flag that I've seen thus far, and I've tried to, like, notice things, try to be vigilant, and try to... I know I don't want to remember things, but I do try to trigger things, and I just wonder why you haven't, like, changed a single diaper when it comes to Charlotte. You barely, like, look at her, and when you do look at her, it's weird. It's like you have some sort of guard between you both. I haven't changed her diaper at all. Hey Martha! Today I read on the internet that babies will use around 6,000 diapers in their first 2 years of life. But I don't know how true that is though.